Welcome to Battle of the Brains, Boys versus Girls, with your hosts, Becca and Ryan, and sometimes Dave. How's it going, everybody? I'm Ryan.
I'm Becca.
And Dave's over there. He's off screen. We are here for you.
Oh,
He forgot which camera he was on. He's on number 2. There you are, Dave. You can say hi now.
I hit the. Oops.
okay.
You lost. You had your one second of chance to say hi, and you blew it totally.
I hit the wrong.
How's everybody doing today?
Why?
Yeah. Why? I know why. I think I know why Dave is. Dave, why are you sad? I know why. I think I know why you're sad. Dave Carr over there. You're at home. Put a sad face.
Oh.
But I think I know why. I think we know why. But we'll have information about that later. It's all right. It's all right, Becca. So we are joining you live for I always forget which day it is. I've been losing track of all the days so far. Today is going to be day 14
Yes.
of our Battle of the Brains Boys versus Girls competition. We did have our finalists up for our park contest the other day, which we did have some votes brought in. And those votes, I'll tell you what they were first. We had 8-6 on Instagram, but then 30-5 on Facebook. So it was a huge blowout on Facebook as far as most of these votes have gone. And that vote went to I gotta pull these all up separately. I hate this that it makes me do this.
No.
I know, right? It is killing me. It's one bad thing about the software, I swear. So our winner for your votes for the park is Ashley Estes with her park. Just a park. It was the park versus the micro scale kind of Central Park version park that the boys did. This one was turned in by Ashley, one of the ladies who has been submitted. This is actually her first submission as well to us, so she killed it out the gate. So congratulations to Ashley. You did a great job. And then, of course, as Becca knows, that means our scores have to be adjusted. What's the scores today, Becca? Bing! There it is. 5-7. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit too. So the girls take it. The girls lead by 2 again. So gentlemen and boys at home,
start kicking some.
We need to get those builds up more. And then of course yesterday's build. What did we assign them for yesterday, Becca? Fishing. I will say we did have a good number of builds submitted to us yesterday.
Enough to shave your head, though.
Not enough to shave my head.
Darn.
Let's see, 6, 12, 18. We had 20. We had 20 submissions, which is the most so far. So good job, guys. Thank you very much for submitting those. But unfortunately, as Becca said, you were 30 short for this all to come off.
Oh,
I'm feeling crazy. Yep. Believe it or not, it's actually not that bad. It's been laying down lately because it's getting longer now. It's usually like crazy. And but yeah, it would have been all gone. And then of course, then my barber would have been like killing me for the next 3 months because she won't be able to cut my hair. So unfortunately, guys and ladies, you missed out. You don't get to see me bald.
It's okay.
I know Becca was looking forward to it, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some other time we'll do something crazy. We'll make it
glad I didn't have to say.
You were nowhere close. Nowhere close. We told you you'd probably be safe. We were hoping not, but we had a feeling we'd be safe.
I was hoping she was safe.
I actually thought it'd be really funny if we somehow got like a crazy. We should have. You know what we should have done is we should have messaged like Boone or just got them to like start blasting it on their things. We would have gotten like 500, and we would have all been dead.
Yeah.
We would have had to shave all my boys' hair on here too.
To make up for it.
And on that note, I do also want to say happy birthday to my son Christopher, who turned 10 this morning at 9:56 or 54. I can't remember which one. I think it's 56 this morning. So he's officially in double digits now.
Getting old.
I know, 3 more years he'll be officially a teenager. But hopefully he won't have a dark period of time, his dark years for Lego. He's going to be building all the way through. So we'll prevent him from that.
Yes.
Um,
Happy birthday, Chris.
Yay. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. You know, I don't know that one.
We'll have to figure it out one of these days. But anyway, happy birthday, Christopher. He knows, of course, he gets to pick out his dinner and stuff. And thank you to Portillo's, of course, for having a little birthday program.
Yeah.
We got his little slice
Free
of cake
cake.
free, which, funny enough, I actually ate myself for lunch. But don't be mad at me. I ordered him an entire chocolate cake instead.
Then I
So
guess
we
that
can have
makes up for it.
multiple pieces at home. So everybody says happy birthday. Yay, Jennifer. And everybody says happy birthday to Chris. Chris is there too. He says he can't really hear Becca for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I'll turn back up a little bit. Can everybody else hear us okay? I know I've actually watched some of our old videos and we sound kind of loud. I've noticed. So I did turn us down a little bit today just to help. But if we are not loud enough or too loud, let me know because I can adjust all of us or independently, however that works. So just make sure you let us know. So yesterday's word was
Fishing.
fishing. So we're going to go ahead and show off our submissions from yesterday. If I can get this to let me do it right. Dun-dun-dun. There we go. So we've got a few different ones here, ranging a little bit of everywhere. I'm actually going to blow this up to full screen. Whoop, there we go. All right. So we've got BB-8 and Captain Rex fishing while stranded after their A-wing crash. So they're fishing on a distant planet over there. We've got nice little shark, which apparently has a droid already being eaten by the shark.
Nice.
BB-8 appears to be sitting on Rex's head. And of course, Rex has his helmet and stuff off. There's some other droid parts and some scavenged things that were there. And of course, the A-wing that crashed. So nice little build there. We have campsite fishing. So there's this nice little improv tent up here, bunch of trees, a nice little log piece there, campfire going on, some cooking going on, fishing nets and everything. And then, of course, they used a lot of the translucent blue and dark blue, or light blue, I should say, blue and light blue studs in the water, along with some clear pieces and some dogs, of course, because who doesn't bring their dogs and animals along with to camp? Next up, we've got dino fishing.
That's cute.
So these are, of course, two velociraptors. I forgot what their names exactly were, which ones they were. So don't hurt me if you're a Jurassic Park fan or Jurassic World fan.
No, they're just regular raptors.
And these, of course, have a little pit there, and one of them caught it with its mouth. And then the funny part about this is the other one has the fishing net, like he's trying to get out. So it's very cartoony, very, very hilarious.
I like that one.
Of course, reminds me of Lego Movie 2 when all the velociraptors are hanging out on Rex Danger Vest's spaceship out there. So that's a cool little build. We've got dolphin fishing.
Oh.
So she was actually fishing out on a little island and accidentally or purposely caught a dolphin instead.
Nice.
We've got favorite fishing spot. So we've got, of course, another set of woods over here on the left. They used a couple little pieces here to tie the two panels together, which we frequently do here in the store as well. And then, of course, they're fishing out there, and you see some of the bubbles from the fish or other catch that's fighting. We've got Darth Vader fishing. So he's just chilling out there with a futuristic fishing pole, sitting on a little brick canoe or John boat. We've got another fishing, which looks, I can't tell if it's a knight body or not. But I would say it's probably a knight that's fishing because the horse is armored. And then, of course, looks like he's got his armor plating and stuff on it there as well. So he's hanging out there. We've got another fishing at the pier. So you've got some people in the water that were fishing with a net. And then the shark is coming to get them. So they were trying to run away. And then the funny part about it is that the fisherman is actually using a hot dog to try to fish.
Nice.
So it's pretty cute as well.
Shark's like, nah, I'm not having a hot dog
People
today.
are better than hot dogs. We've got fishing for food. So this one's a little bit differently, where they are using some Friends mini dolls, and it looks like another minifig back here where they actually turn the legs around so they can actually look like they're crouching down a little bit.
There you go.
And then instead of fish in there, they actually have a bunch of different food items.
There
So
you
they're
go.
actually fishing for food, which is kind of cool. Different take. This one is Fishing Life Cycle, which I haven't had a chance to really look at, but it has Davy Jones over here hanging out on a 3D plate. So I'm assuming this is high above the water. And then, of course, you've got Squidward and Patrick and a bunch of sharks eating each other. So you got the big shark eating the smaller shark because, of course, there's always bigger fish over here. And then they're fishing to the other side. And over
There's
on this
a bear.
side, you have a bear that's trying to catch the fish.
There you go.
So very different style build, but very cute and very mixed. This one, I'm going to say this very slowly, is half ice fishing. So they're, of course, they're out here getting some fish off the ice and into the water. That's why it's half ice, because the ice is on the left and water on the right. We've got hand fishing. There was another term for this, and I can't remember what it was called. I think there was a show called Hillbilly Hand Fishing or something like that. But there's another term for this where you actually jump into the water and you basically stick your hand in to try to get it bit by a bass, whatever, and then you pull the whole bass out.
Yeah.
So that's what this is supposed to be. So you've got this guy freaking out because he's, of course, probably got a bite underwater, and then Spider-Man is chilling over here trying to jump in as well. And there's, of course, different obstacles and stuff in the water. Nice little cute ice fishing build. So they're using some of the winter and Eskimo parts here with some fish in the buckets and a nice little fishing hole. Very well done.
Toilet's funny.
And then, this is a little cabin over here with what appears as a bowl for possibly a toilet or storage. Unsure.
It looks like a toilet to me, so I'm sorry if it's not a toilet.
And then this looks to be one of the stacks for the heat, which is coming out. So this is a really cute little build. We've got lake fishing. So they decided to make a little forest area over here. And, of course, there's a lake attached, again, with more studs, little John boat with some fish in there. And looks like they set up a little picnic here on the left. So that's really cool as well. Let's see here. Noodling. There you go. Everybody's saying it's noodling. That's what it's called. And you are 100% right. Yes. Noodling is correct. Thank you very much, Pete and Cheryl, for letting us know. So this one here is reverse fishing. So we have the fish fishing for people instead of the people fishing for fish, which I think was something David mentioned the other day.
I think you mentioned something like that.
Fish actually doing the fishing.
Yep. And then next up is spear gun fishing. So we have a swimmer underneath the water here, of course, with the little plants and sea life down here with some sharks.
I like
and
how
he
they
is
did that.
getting the spear gun to shoot them with. And they use these little glittered
the bubbles
the things on the side for the bubbles and the background for the water. So nice cute little setup. So good job.
Ooh.
I like that one. This one is tank fishing. So it's actually a fish tank, and then there's a guy standing on top with his fishing line into the fish tank trying to find the fish.
There
I'm
you
pretty
go.
sure that's illegal in most states.
We're not going to say which aquarium they're at. Don't worry.
Mountain.
They did it in Finding Dory. It counts.
Gander Mountain. There you go. We've got unsuccessful fishing.
Oh,
So
that's funny.
This gentleman over here is ice fishing through a hole, and it's funny because he's got this cute little smile on. He's like, "I found it! I found it! I found it!"
And then
he's just apparently been pulling up junk from everything. He's got a sea helmet here, a diving helmet, a bicycle, some wrenches, tools. Looks like a knight's helmet, a rugby ball, and then a plane prop. So that's pretty funny. I like that.
Like somebody was just throwing trash down.
Yep. Hey, some people do this too. Some people actually go out there and try to find other things, magnets. So
yeah, like magnet fishing. That's like a really big thing.
this one is called up close fishing. Oops. No.
Okay. Very nice. I like the fishies under the water.
Yep. This one is winner fish for dinner. So
That's
we've got
funny.
a mini doll fig over here on a pier.
All right.
I don't know if this is a Lego piece or not.
I don't think so.
What is it? Let me see.
This one over here.
It's like a more
like a
rounder
flounder
fish. I
almost.
think it's
Or not,
not Lego,
not a
but
flounder. I can't remember what it's called. But the fishing pole's out there with the fish, of course, splashing around in the water. We've got some birds and some foliage and everything else on the outside here to mark it up. And it looks like a little chipmunk or squirrel. I think it's one of the friend squirrels hanging out over here on the side too. So that's a cute little build as well. And I think that's it. So that is all of our entries for today. Some really cute ones. I don't know which ones you guys thought were your favorites. But they were definitely pretty good. I liked them. That was Becca's first time checking them out.
Yeah.
Since we just got them all loaded up beforehand. So I think it's going to be a very interesting competition today. There's a lot of good builds from both the boys and the girls. And I think it was 9 each or 10 each
There you go.
boys and
That's
girls.
good.
So it was very even today. So thank you guys for doing that and having our fun with us for that. Today, of course, means we have to have a new word. What's the new word going to be today, Becca?
Today, our new word is Star Wars.
You said it like so,
She
like
said it
bashful,
so
like
lightly.
Star Wars.
Where's the epicness?
It's Star Wars.
Okay, I'm not into
just
Star Wars like that. Sorry.
You will be. You will be.
We'll see.
So of course, make sure that Colin says hi. Hi, Colin. How's it going? So make sure you guys get those submitted into us by 1:30 tomorrow. Make sure you send them to cresthill@bricksandminifigs.com. If you still have our old email address, Joliet@bricksandminifigs.com, that one will work too. You can send to either one. We get them both. And then, of course, make sure you get creative with it. Hopefully, you have at least some kind of Star Wars figures at home. If not, that is okay. You can absolutely
Yes,
use
you
some
can
regular
still do it.
minifigs. If you're gonna include minifigs, you can still absolutely include regular ones. But if that's the case, try to match up the clothes as best you can. So like if you're gonna do Princess Leia, like in her white dress, just dress her in white and make sure that it's girl. And then let us know who it is and give us a description in the email. But make sure that you guys are all sending us an email, preferably one per family. It's okay. You can put all 4 or 5 members of your family in the same email. Just make sure you give us the name of the build, the name of the builder who constructed it, and then which team they're playing for, whether it's the boys or the girls, so we can file them away appropriately and get those in. So we've got that going on. Make sure, again, we're going to post those finalists for the fishing builds up today as soon as the stream is over, because yesterday, for some reason, our posting hasn't been working right away, so we have to do it manually today. So we're going to make sure we get it in as soon as the stream is over, and then for you to vote on until 3 o'clock tomorrow. This last vote, we had just under 50 votes. But one of ours, we had over 200 votes. So make sure you guys are liking and sharing it, especially if it's yours or your kids, to try to get as many votes as you can. But I will warn everybody again. Please do not mention whether it's a boy or girl's build or who built it in the comments. This is a warning to everyone. If it happens again, I will have to temporarily ban you from the page because this is a contest and we want it to be fair. So please do not put that in our comments. If you decide you want to share it and put a comment in your share, that is fine. But please do not comment directly on our photos that we are submitting to our page itself. We don't want any favoritism at all because one's a boy's builder, one's a girl's builder, or whatever. So, okay. So make sure, again, get those sent to us over at cresthill@bricksandminifigs.com. And then today, of course, is April 27th. Which means that our Minion sets are officially available. So if you decide you want to pick up either one of the 2 available Minion sets right now, we've got the little motorbike set, which I think is $20. And then the buildable Minion sets, layers, is $49.99, if I remember right. And I think we have 6 of those.
Yeah, 5.
5, because one of them got pre-ordered already. So
5 and 3.
So make sure you guys take advantage of that. I will let you guys know as well that the Dom's charger has been sold out already. So thank you for pre-ordering those. And then currently, unfortunately, they are not available for us to get back in because of all the COVID-19. Lego itself has been very short on sets and bricks. So even if you go to their website right now and you order parts, they might get canceled because they do not have a lot in stock. We actually had a customer pick up an order earlier from our Cyber Fun Day event and found out that they had ordered over 500 brick elements from Lego, and all of them got canceled because they're not in stock.
Nice.
So if you guys are looking for those loose bricks, let us know. We've got plenty here, and we have many sources that we can get them from outside of Lego. So we can get them for you still. Just make sure you let us know. You will have to, however, call us at our phone number here at 582-4220, area code 815, to make sure that we have those in stock. But today is the big release date for the Minion sets, the Dom's Dodge Charger, and then the new Wonder Woman set as well from Wonder Woman 1984. Dave's cheering over here. He's going crazy.
Joe picked me up this morning.
Yeah, he's already got one.
My friend.
And so those we should have here on Friday, if I remember correct.
Yeah.
So
Probably
hopefully we'll
three
have
in a
that order
box.
in. What's that?
There should probably be 3 or 4 in a box, and they're $40 a piece.
Yeah, we'll have more information on that for you tomorrow. I just want to double check and verify the order and everything else that's coming in, and the date for it, because a lot of things got pushed back with shipping. So, what's up?
I said I was kind of disappointed though. So for the Wonder Woman set coming out for their new movie, I was looking at info for the Golden Eagle armor that she wears in the set, and there's no like major thing about it. It's just an old armor she wore before she dons on the Wonder Woman attire that everybody knows her to wear. So I was kind of hoping there was like some other superpower-esque thing to it, but it's just a thing of armor, which is cool. It's a new variant for Wonder Woman, so I'm excited to build it tomorrow, but a little disappointed. Really thought there was going to be something special, but there's a possibility that they'll probably like retcon or change something for when the movie does get released for that armor. So for those of you looking for that set, go pick it up.
What do you think about that delay in Wonder Woman and everything else, Dave? How do you feel about all the delays coming up with superhero movies?
Why you gotta ask me that question?
I have to ask.
Why do you gotta put me on the spot like that?
This is part of a.
You gotta put me on the spot like that.
This is part of a news series. You know, eventually I'm gonna download that sound, that little breaking news. How do you feel about that?
Let me get my pointer.
Hey, kids show here, Dave.
Tickles? I don't know. I don't like it.
Use your
I don't like
words,
it.
not your actions.
I don't like it. It messes so much up. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. I mean, I built the Black Widow set last night, so that was fun. But I gotta wait till November to watch the film.
Wah, wah, wah.
Curse you, Corona!
My
Corona
Corona.
time.
My Corona. There's gonna be so many things about this virus and everything after this is all over. Everybody's gonna be like, I remember that time that we all had.
Well,
hello. Yes, we have masks now.
me and my friend were just talking about this. Like, this is actually going to be in history books later on.
Yeah.
Like, and like our kids are going to be asking
Wait
us,
like 3 years.
yeah, like, oh, how was it living during like the coronavirus and and it's just like weird to think about.
How do you think it was when knowing about 9/11 and everybody in my age, my generation, class of 02 ish, within like 5 years or so, most of us were all in high school or later middle school and had to deal with it all. And then a lot of people were so worried about, of course, what was going on, for the week, for the month, for the year, and everything else with that, and it changed the whole world.
Well,
at least the country for us.
and it's crazy to think about because my graduating class was the last class to really kind of somewhat remember 9/11 and like
because almost everybody now
we lived it because we were alive. We were 1 to 2 years old, and now everybody else is just like, that happened.
Well, see, that's what's funny. That's what's funny even between our generations here is that I lived through the whole. Like I lived through it. We watched it. We dealt with it. We had people that were in our classes that had to fly out to New York or whatever else because they had family out there who passed away or were in danger out there.
And I was alive then, but I wasn't old enough to remember.
So it's kind of funny in that situation, like you were saying, because now you're living through the whole COVID-19 thing. And of course, we are too. But now these future generations coming into high school in like 6 years or whatever are going to be like, what was that? Like, why was so people freaking out about that? Yes, it's going to be, there's going to be specials and documentaries, I'm sure, galore for years after all this is over. So,
but don't you have some news for our fellow watchers?
I do have
I
have some sad news.
I thought we were already on the.
We didn't. No,
we had some good news, with Star Wars and new releases and all that stuff, which is awesome.
But now here's the bad news.
But we do have some bad news as well, and that bad news comes to us from Mark Larson over at Brick World. Of course, they run a lot of the local area Lego conventions, including but not limited to Brick World Chicago. And of course, then they sent out an email to everyone, and I'm going to read this here if this will let me get to it. All right.
It's a long read, so bear with us.
Yes. So essentially, I'm just going to skip over the top portion over. Oh, no, I guess I can't. Okay, so it says, Governor Pritzker announced on April 23rd, 2020, that he will be extending the stay-at-home order until May 30th, which we all know. With this news, we've decided that Brickworld will be unable to take place this June. At this time, Brickworld is legally obligated to contract to our contract with the venue, which of course is the Renaissance Convention Center. Since Illinois law allows executive orders from the governor to be in effect for a limit of 30 days, they have to wait until June 1st for Pritzker to make a determination on large gatherings for the month of January at the Chicago Center Convention Expos, where they're scheduled. See, I'm going to skip over some of this. With the show dates fast approaching and the extension of the state's stay-at-home in order, we are no longer have any confidence in the outcome of Brickworld still happening. So the Renaissance is willing to allow them to reschedule the show for later this year without announcement regarding public events. So whether or not he says they can be pushed back, they can still reschedule. But it says, however, at this point, no weekends are open for the event space yet, so we are unable to reschedule officially at this time. With the ability to run an event the size in question through the fall and winter, we are pursuing the option of renting a smaller space at the Renaissance, setting up some Lego exhibits, and allowing the public to connect with us virtually through Zoom and other media. So if you were part of the Brick World Virtual Con that they did about 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
I think it was
about 2 weeks ago.
they had a few different rooms set up. I think it was 15 different rooms set up. Some were vendors, some were displays, some were they had Lego Masters on there. So like Jessica, Mark, Boone, and Sam were on there as well. So there's going to be a very similar thing to that, but bigger, which they of course talked about here. And it says we ran a successful virtual event in March and have planned for more. For the rest of the Brickworld's 2020 season. These events will take place on May 16th, June 27th, October 31st, and December 12th. So it further says that your ticket and convention registration fees will be honored at next year's event, which is Brickworld Chicago 2021. And you'll be given access to our entire virtual show season, which is all 4 episodes, or shows rather, as a token of appreciation for your patience and apology for the inconvenience. We hope that everyone is staying safe during these trying times. And then, of course, they give you a whole thing about which convention registrations were set up and if they're refundable or not. However, the biggest thing that you want to recognize is the bottom here. It says the full refund requests will be honored in the order they were received. The date funds will be available to process full refunds is yet to be determined. You have to log in and, of course, then reply to an email and cancel it out. And if you did order anything through them, such as the kits or the Brick World badges, I think they're still giving those away for shipping options, so you can get those too. But then it does eventually say further on that if you do request a refund, that it could take up until mid next year, which would be about the same time as Brick World, to essentially get your refund. And then they also say further down in this long phrase here, like you said, it's a pretty long email, that if you did purchase one of the attendee tickets for $65 for the 5 days or $90, depending on which one you did, a lot of those are going to apply to next year, in which they're going to be increasing rates. So it's actually going to be more expensive next year for vendors, for attendees, and I think even for general public. I think it's going to go from $14 to probably $16 or $18 to help cover some of the costs as inflations and minimum wages and stuff keep increasing every time. Because, of course, our minimum wage here in Illinois goes up $1 again in June, coincidentally. So it's going to go up another $1. What's up? Let's see here. We sent one but didn't see. Let's see. From Schmidt, I don't think we got anything from you. Oh, yep, you're right. Alyssa's did not show up yet. Yeah, we'll do this one here. So this is the other one. I do apologize. Ta-da! There was one more submission here as well for the fishing. So thank you, Alyssa, for letting me know about your kids' build. I'm not going to say which team they're on, but yes, you are correct. I do apologize. So we had 21 entries today.
Yes, we missed it.
Yes, that was the last one. She got it right at 1:30. So I do apologize. But yes, we do have it here. And it will be counted for today. Thank you very much. So some sad news from Brick World today.
Yeah.
That they're not really going to have a physical show as much as we were hoping, which of course is going to be a big bummer because all of the Lego Masters contestants were invited out here as well for Brick World. So hopefully they'll get re-invited for next year. and get postponed to that so that everybody can have some more fun. But as a different side of things, if you are one of the Lego Masters contestants, it kind of really sucks now with the COVID-19 stuff coming out because you can't meet with your fans, you can't sign autographs or do meet and greets. And then, of course, next year by this time, we're going to have a new Lego Masters already.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a whole new branch of Lego Masters contestants and winners that are going to come out. So the only thing I can think of that, and that's if they even allow them to shoot, because who knows what's going to happen out in California or wherever. I don't know where they shoot the show at.
Yeah,
I guess that's a good question. What studio or warehouse or whatever it is. So who knows? Maybe next year Brick World will have 40 contestants all invited there. You can have season 1 and season 2. That'd be insane.
That'd be cool though.
And it'd be something that everyone's going to really want to look forward to because, of course, Lego Masters season 2 is going to reinvigorate all that nostalgia and going back to that original season. And then, so hopefully that'll help drum them back up again.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, all those contestants are going to be kind of put on the back burner unless they're really pushing and doing things virtually. And
I was going to say, I'm sure they're probably going to try and figure out to do some virtual stuff for people.
And we've invited a lot of them to join us on our shows too. So hopefully we'll get some of them back on here too, so you can kind of hang out and talk to them about certain things.
See if we can get Mel back on here. I want to see his Avengers Tower.
Yeah, Mel and Manny and all them. Yeah, they were fun too. So it's really kind of a bummer that Brickworld's not happening. But I do want to make one more announcement as far as that goes. If you're watching this live or later on, you do absolutely want to make sure that if you did reserve a hotel room at the Renaissance Center, especially, you only have 3 more days until April 30th to request a refund or to cancel your hotel room. So please do that if you have not already after April 30th. I know there's a cancellation fee, and then the closer and closer it gets, that cancellation fee is going to be higher and higher and higher. So the best thing to do is, especially if you just reserved it with a credit card, just cancel it now, and then repurpose that money towards next year's event.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is usually Father's Day weekend, so you can kind of already assume when it's going to be. So, I mean, you could even just try to reschedule that room now. You probably get a better room. Honestly. Maybe that's what I'll do when I get off the stream. Start purchasing the rooms for next year.
That's if they're allowing you to do it.
I would. Well, I guess you wouldn't get the discount yet through Brickworld. That would be the biggest thing.
How far does their system go?
It's a good question.
It might go 3 months. It could go 6 months. So, I mean, we don't know. So, yes, for those of you who booked rooms for the hotel at the Renaissance Center for Brickworld, make sure you guys do that tonight in the next 2 days so you guys can get that money back. Ryan was saying that you're not going to get that money back right away. As for regular attendees and stuff who bought their tickets ahead of time or something,
next year,
there's no money right now. So any of the money, if you're trying to get a refund, you're not going to get it right away because all that money was put into Brickworld. And because of what happened and what is still going to happen, just go about it as best as you can. But if you don't do the refund, then you get all that applied to next year at best. I mean, they could reschedule later this year, but there's no guarantee. So they are still announcing that, hey, if you have it, we can apply this to next year. But the fees are going up next year for those who are doing the 5 days and et cetera. And that's to compensate everything that's happened. Sorry, I'm a little spaced.
I was like, what happened there?
There's a lot to process. So, yeah, I'm heard about it too because I've been going every year since they moved to the Renaissance Center. So for me to essentially miss it this year, I really hope that me, for being one of the heads of our lug group that's run out of the shop, and Ryan, who was going to be a sponsor, who was going to vend this year out of sheer luck to get a spot, like this changes a lot of things for us. Granted, we won't have to leave and we'll be here to do service for you guys, but
hopefully
it's disappointing. Yeah.
Yep. So on that note, of course, like we said, Brickworld is essentially, we'll call it postponed for now, because I know that Mark is always working with them to try to find another date and availability in the room. Who knows? Maybe another event will cancel and they'll be able to get the same rooms and stuff. But do realize that Brickworld is a small company, just like a mom and pop shop like us. A lot of us do run our entire like month-to-month business on the income that we get. So that's why like right now people are like, oh hey, what's all the new stuff you have right now? Can we trade stuff in? I have no money to buy new stuff right now because we've been closed for a month.
And we're not going to have money for months afterwards.
Yeah, so we're really trying to push our Cyber Fun Day events to try to get a little bit of money just to pay the rent so we can stay open. There's a lot of other small businesses out there that are struggling a lot to be able to stay open, and many of them have already closed. They said, forget it, we're done. And they just shut the doors, locked them up, and closed the stores. I'm hoping that's not the case for us and for my employees. I like to keep them employed here. But in the meantime, at least unemployment is helping them. But the downside is for me as an owner, so far there's still zero assistance really for us, except for taking out loans, which of course many of you know, just kind of drags out your debt, and we don't want that. So beyond that, make sure you guys check us out tomorrow. We've got our second episode of Mox in Motion with Joe Dorsey and Dave. Are going to take place tomorrow, Tuesday at 2:00. So it's the 2 at 2, Tuesday at 2. So they're going to be going over some other devices and Technic builds for you to come up with those motion or mechanical builds for our contest later in about a week, roughly, because I think we're probably going to do it last or close to last, I think. So make sure you guys stay tuned to watch that. If you can't watch it at 2:00, you can always catch it and rewatch it later.
Yep.
It will be on Facebook and YouTube as well. We have a playlist for everything. So we've got our Alpha Brick Builds playlist. We've got our current Battle of the Brains playlist, and then we've got our Mox Motion playlist that we started too. So everything on there is going. You can watch all of them straight through. You don't even have to touch anything. And of course, the more you watch, the more it helps us to try to get live. I guess we have a whole another year now to try to go live at Brickworld, since it'll be next year. But who knows? Maybe we'll work with Mark and have some little thing going on where we can bring special exclusives from Brickworld, virtual cons and stuff to you guys. Maybe we can go up there and do some recording, maybe with Josh and John from Beyond the Brick or whatever, and have some fun with them. So because I know them, they're cool guys. We like them. We like Josh and John over there.
I would love to do that.
The Hanlon brothers.
That'd be so awesome.
So we are trying our best to give you guys as many different shows and stuff as possible. Of course, we've got our contest going on here that Becca so graciously came up with while Dave and I were doing our last one. And you guys are stepping up. So if you guys continue this momentum of getting the submissions in, we'll try to do another contest after this, but only if the submissions stay around 20 or more, kind of continuously if you can. If we see it drop back down again, then we might have to check that out and see what we're going to do.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But we've already had 2 people today saying, please don't stop them. Please don't stop them. Our kids love this. And if you stop them, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. And I totally get it. The kids at home is a lot right now, and especially if it ends up possibly being all of the first semester of the 21, 22, or 2021 year.
I don't want to talk about it.
As Pritzker and all them said to be ready for. Just in case. So I personally still hope that we can have a nice June and July, especially because I really want to go to Six Flags, man. This is totally killing my season pass.
I hope they know I'm still going on fireworks.
So I really want to get over to Six Flags, and I'll even wear a bubble suit in the front of Raging Bull. I don't care. I want to go so bad right now. I need my roller coaster.
You're not going to be able to get on the Raging Bull if you're wearing an actual bubble.
Oh, a bubble suit, man! I'll even duct tape bubble wrap around me or whatever. Just put me in a.
Wait, did you say Raging Bull?
Raging Bull.
Oh, never mind then.
All it is the lap bar, man.
No, I know. I thought you said Goliath. I was like, it literally straps you in by your ankles, so you probably could get away with wearing a bubble on that.
No, but I haven't gone on Goliath yet. I still need to go. So I don't want to talk about it right now. Christopher.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about school.
So anyway, so Brickworld is at least postponed or canceled. If you registered for any of it at all, you're going to get an email from Mark and the team over at Brickworld. We've got the new sets that all got released today. So you've got all of the Technic Dom's Charger, you've got the Minion sets and the Wonder Woman 1984 set that are all now available, I think through Lego as well as here. We did sell out of the Charger already though, so that's gone. But we do have the 2 Minion sets, and we will be getting the Wonder Woman set shortly. So if you still want to help us out and support local business, you can get that from us. Hopefully, I think it's Friday. And I have to double check the orders because it's either this Friday or next Friday. I can't remember which way it was, but I'm pretty sure it was this Friday. So I I think that's really it. We found some more information out about some more Lego sets and things like that, and some other elements that we're going to get to probably tomorrow. We want to do some more research in it first to confirm some things.
The photos I saw today for Ninjago season 13 were pretty legit. Like,
yeah, but I want to take a look at that with you first.
Yeah, and then yeah. Sorry,
I put him on the spot. Dave's apparently blanking a lot today. It's Monday. He's got a case of the Mondays. Did you find your stapler?
Okay. Oh, wait.
You don't get that reference? Come on.
No, I got you. I'm just not. Yeah.
I know we're in a store, not an office, but still.
Yeah, but if you didn't hear, a lot of photos for Ninjago season 13 got revealed. Their official photos. They are awesome sets, and they're, from my understanding, they're based off like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of theme. The spinners that they get are based off dice, so that's really sweet. The goal of this season 2 is strictly Cole. Cole is the main person, the main ninja for the season. And that's kind of funny because season 12 just ended this morning or yesterday. So little sad, but also really exciting. So for those of you who are on point with Ninjago, look into it, watch the rest of the season, catch up, whatever you guys got to do. Yeah, now I'm putting you on the spot with your
Thanks, Dave. Thanks. So that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah.
So there's some new news out of Lego. There's new releases going out today. Brick World is postponed or canceled, and they're now doing some virtual shows throughout the year that we're going to be doing and participating in. Unilug, that Dave is the vice president of, is also going to be working on a virtual show as well for you guys to kind of do something more local and have some fun with. And we are working with them as well to possibly restream that from StreamYard here, both to Facebook and YouTube for them as well as their other station too. So it'll be pretty much exclusive here. If you want to really get in, you can ask some questions and everything else through us. We're going to be the Bricks and Minifigs is kind of be the moderator for it all. Who knows? Maybe Becca will co-host it with me while everybody else is virtual at their own homes. We can do some commentary and stuff here. And have some fun because, of course, we like to have some fun here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, and of course, then today's word is Star Wars. So make sure you guys get those builds in by 1:30 tomorrow, and then get those voting in on the fishing. The fishing builds in by 3 o'clock. We're gonna have those posted up right after the show.
Yeah,
and I think that's it.
Yep. I think that covered it.
It's cloudy and it's raining again today, which seems to be the whole case of 2020. I swear this whole year is just going to be like this.
I want a refund on 2020.
Can I get a refund? Write the IRS. I need a refund for what?
Funny.
Your taxes? No.
My life.
2020. I need the whole life back. It's my whole year back.
Because this is a leap year, so it's like
it was just one day, man.
Still,
it's one day.
It ruined the whole thing.
Tell that to the rest of the friggin' year.
Do you know how that leap year is calculated, or that leap day is calculated?
I don't want to talk about it because it still confuses me to this day. And I'm sorry to anybody who was born on the leap day.
Yeah, I feel bad for them too, because I mean, if they're about to turn 21, really in real life, they're like 4 1/4. If you go by birthdays.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anyways.
And why do they call it birthdays anyway? It's really anniversary of your birthday.
Moving on.
Because it's the day of your birth.
What's your day of your birth would have been your birthday.
So birthday.
So if they say, when is your birthday?
May 19th.
What year?
When I was born.
What year?
2000.
Okay, that's your birthday.
Anyways.
The day of your birth. All right. So anyway, again, happy birthday to my son, or anniversary of your birthday to Christopher. And his face is priceless. And make sure you guys are staying safe, staying at home, doing some building. If you guys want anything from us, of course, all you have to do is call us at 815-582-4220 or visit us on our e-store. You can follow the web address right here below, or we also have a link directly at our bricksandminifigs.com /cresthill-Illinois website address as well. So if you find us online, you can just get an immediate click into it. And we're working on trying to shortcut that now too, to get better links. And our corporate entity is also trying to come up with a little homepage for all of the e-stores.
There you go.
So anybody from across the country can just go to that one web address and then have that available to just kind of pick which stores are available in the area. So they're still working on that and seeing if it's something we can manage to do legally. Let's see here. We do have a comment. How do I vote? D is asking, how do you vote? So once we post the 2 finalists, we're going to post a finalist for the boys and a finalist for the girls up here as soon as the stream is over. You can find those photos on Facebook and Instagram on our pages. All you have to do is like the photo in order to vote. So make sure you pick one or the other or both, I guess. You could vote for both if you really want to, but it doesn't really help anybody. But make sure you guys like the vote or like the photo that you want to win. But you can, however, like it on both Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And if you have multiple accounts, you can use that too.
Yep.
So.
And make sure you share it so other people can vote too.
Yes. But again, please do not comment on the photos of who built it or what gender built it. Because I will have to delete it and then ban you from the page until the contest is over.
Yes.
So, because we don't want any spoilers. Not a problem, D. It was a good question. So thank you very much. And then, of course, we will make sure to add Alyssa's children's build to those 20 from earlier. So we'll have 21 to choose from. And we'll go over those with Dave here, vote, and get those up to you guys for your finalists. And then Becca, I think, has already chosen a word for tomorrow. So we'll let you know about that tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 2 o'clock for our Mox in Motion with Dave and David, Joe. Over here, and then immediately following that is going to be our 3:30 normal show for Battle of the Brains, boys versus girls, for our day, I think 15. Is that right? See, we were talking about it earlier, and I'm not the only one that's messed up. She's got to count too.
I actually have
15.
I just remembered.
Tomorrow
15. Yep, tomorrow will be 15. Yep.
I just remembered I had another idea for after the competition. I was thinking of like a rant Lego segment that we could do.
About what? About what things are terrible?
Like the goods and bads of Lego.
And the fact that the castle theme needs to come back? Because everybody
I
loves
got a name
castle.
for it too, but I don't want to reveal it on camera.
Oh, well, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
So if you guys need anything at all, feel free to call us, email us, message us, whatever you need. We are usually here between 12 and 5. And of course, our e-store is still available below here. If you want to place an order, we are doing free curbside pickups and deliveries within 3 miles. And then we do have delivering options up to, I believe, 10 or 15 miles away from the store. So we can pretty much reach Bolingbrook, out to Plainfield and Sherwood, and out to Lockport, Lamont. I think Homer Glen is still within that as well. So it's got a decent range, but we have had calls all the way from like Oak Lawn and Oak Forest. That's way too long. That's like 35 miles away. So we don't do that.
You might as well twice pay for your set.
Yeah. So eventually we are going to be tweaking that shipping options as well, to try to ship further across the country, as we know this is going to continue longer. And we're going to be trying to sell as much stuff to you guys at home as possible.
Yep.
So we'll be working hard to get those used and certified used sets up. We've got a bunch of our base plates that we're going to be posting up, as well as minifigures, because a lot of people have been asking about minifigures and bulk minifigure lots. And then we're also going to try to have our Cyber Fun Day number 4 sometime this weekend, probably on Saturday afternoon or night, depending, possibly even Friday, depending on how that goes. We'll have to see where schedules and stuff lie. So we'll let you guys know as soon as possible. And then, of course, make sure you guys check out our sets from Cyber Fun Day number 3 that are posted up on our Facebook page from, I think, 2 days ago now. A lot of those lots are still available to be claimed and paid for, but they do need to be paid for by tomorrow at 5. Anything that is either claimed or unclaimed and not paid for goes right back onto the table and open for everybody else to purchase. So make sure you guys, if you have not paid for it yet, make sure you pay for your lots by Tuesday. I think there's only 2 left that I think haven't been paid yet. So it's not too bad.
Yeah,
most of everybody paid and picked up already. So
plus a few extras, so not bad.
Yeah. So on that note, I guess we will see you guys all tomorrow at 2 for Mox in Motion, and then 3:30 for Battle of the Brains here with Becca. If you guys need anything at all, feel free to get a hold of us, and we will try to help you out as best as we can, whether it's ordering parts, picking up stuff, buying stuff, checking on stock inventory levels, et cetera, et cetera. But just know that we can pretty much still get everything we can for you. It just depends on if you're willing to pay for it and how long it's going to be because of shipping and delays and stuff like that. So, right?
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. That's it for us. We will see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock for Mox Motion and 3:30 for Battle of the Brains. We'll see you then. All right.